If I think about the ways you make me smile, I'd be sitting here and smiling for a while. Although I know I make you cry sometimes, your happiness is ever on my mind. I cannot repay for everything you've done, but my love for you burns brighter than the sun. No matter where my feet and mind may go, my heart will lead to you and you alone. I'll be holding on to you forevermore. Guyana, Guyana, may the blessings of God never leave your shore. A paradise so wondrous to behold, a work of art, your heart is gleaming gold. They sail the waters, soar above the trees, to find the gem between the mountains and seas. Your children all, we try though we may fall. We stand united now to heed your call. Our fathers fought the fights for liberty. Forever I'll defend Guyana free. Guyana, Guyana, I'll be holding on to you forevermore. Guyana, Guyana, may the blessings of God never leave your shore. Guyana, Guyana, I'll be holding on to you forevermore. Your shore. Rise up for your land. Rise up, won't everybody stand? Rise up for your land. Rise up, won't everybody take a stand? Rise up for your land. Rise up, won't everybody stand? Rise up for your land. Oh, Guyana,
Look down from your window, no big city lights, just greenery. I don't know what you come for. Loosen up, my dear, we're such a man free. Welcome to the land of many faces, not one, not two, but 6 different races. You know when the sun kisses your skin, you're in the right place. G-U-I-A-N-N, oh, that's my beautiful country. G-U-I-A-N-N, one people, one nation, one destiny. Don't stop for a minute. Come, let me take a walk with Brother Tiki. You'll see our landmarks and our monuments. They're so unique. The high brick structure, the lighthouse, the tallest wooden structure, cathedral, 176th Street, monuments, and the beautiful city hall. You know with the wind in your hair, you're in the right place. G-U-I-A-N-N, oh, that's my beautiful country. G-U-I-A-N-N, one people, one nation, one destiny. Look down from your window, no big city lights, just greenery. I don't know what you come for. Listen up, my dear, we're such a man free. Welcome to the land of many faces, not one, not two, but 6 different races. You know when the sun kisses your skin, you're in the right place. G-U-I-A-N-N, oh, that's my beautiful country. G-U-I-A-N-N, one people, one nation, one destiny.
Da da da. A-O-M-A.
And call you guys.
A country with an island vibe. I swear I had an eyes. And yeah, we just down all night. Mixing the 5-acre beats with eyes. So Tony got the whole place hype. And we celebrating life. Coffee in the morning, so we toast it. Say we just fine aisle, but emotion. No, we ain't motive. No. Oh no. I ain't going nowhere. I love this place. U-I-A-N-A. Oh no. Welcome to Moko Moko. Oh, yeah. Oh. Every country want friendship, like the village on the East Bank. But you can't hang if you ain't gang. For my first interview, I tell Felice thanks. And I brought about my passport and got a stamp. You can't dance abroad if you can't dance a yard. We gon' catch it when it's good, cause we say when it's hard. Not for them, live in country and people don't spend it long. Them under them is proud up for themselves and land. We pay rent on another land. When Guyana got a lot of land, but they blame the government. But this nation got God cover us. Blessing on everyone, listen brother man. Put 2 and 2 together, don't listen to the one. Some of them just like alcohol, heap of stuff. Anywhere we go, we just run. Buy this is GT boy, yeah, we got the team with blood, so. Oh no, I ain't going nowhere. I love this place. G-Y-A-N-A. Oh no, welcome to Moko Moko. Oh, yeah. Oh. Yeah, a country with an island vibe. I swear I had an eye. vibe, you can be so with our eyes. The Tony got the whole place high. And we celebrating life. Coffee any money, so we toast it. Say we just find aisle, but they most it. No, we ain't most it. No, oh no. I ain't going nowhere.
This is Quincy Anderson. You know I love my country. There's no other country better than mine. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil to one Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Hey. Guyana is nice, Guyana is fun, Guyana is clean, Guyana is green, Guyana got oil, Guyana got gold, Guyana got young, and Guyana got.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. أصبحنا وأصبح الملك لله والحمد لله لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد وهو على كل شيء قدير ربي أسألك خير ما في هذا اليوم وخير ما بعده وأعوذ بك من شر ما في هذا اليوم وشر ما بعده رب أعوذ بك من الكسل وسوء الكبر رب أعوذ بك من عذاب في النار وعذاب في القبر.
Heavenly Father, as I rise to greet a new day, I humbly come before you with a grateful heart. Thank you for the gift of life and the opportunity to experience this day. I surrender my plans and desires to your divine will. Guide me in every step I take, that I may walk in alignment with your purpose for my life. Grant me wisdom, strength, and clarity as I navigate the challenges and blessings that lie ahead. Fill me with your love, grace, and compassion, that I may be a source of light and encouragement to those I encounter. May this day be filled with your presence, and may I reflect your goodness in all that I do. In your holy name I pray. Amen.
Om
Good morning to all the rappers. Good morning to the persons tuning in for the first time. I'm gonna ask you guys that are here. We're having a little trouble with Kevon's account. I think some persons weren't too happy about the program, so we've been blocked on that account. So if you're here, wherever you're viewing us from, we're gonna ask you to please share the live so that we can still get the message out there, despite persons trying to keep us from doing so. Morning to all the persons who usually tune in from Linden, persons tuning in from Bartica, persons tuning in from New Amsterdam, persons tuning in from Essequibo. Wherever you're joining us from, I want to say good morning to you guys. A lot of things happening around the country. Some of them we're trying to understand why. We would have seen there was a fire last evening at Charity. They would have also been shooting last evening as well. We're gonna touch on all of that. A lot of the councillors were sworn in to the respective NDCs and town councils. That happened yesterday. So we're gonna touch on that as well. Trouble in Madia, folks. So please share the live. We got some video out of the Madia meeting where these upset and disgruntled PNC operatives in the area, they would have lost the foothold they had in Madia, and they are very upset that the PPP has been able to make the significant inroads that it would have made into that community. And now the PPP and its councillors will have a say in the development of Madia. Again, I'm going to ask you guys to please share the live. Please share the live. If you'd like to call in and share your opinion on anything we're discussing this morning, 671-6228. You can get me on that number via WhatsApp or direct call, and you can share your opinion on the topics we will be covering today. Yesterday, as most persons would know, Secretary of State Blinken was in Guyana meeting with the government of Guyana. He also met with the opposition, and I must say, everybody saw the live with the president and the Secretary of State, and basically what they discussed. So I'm going to start with this one here. He also met with the leader of the opposition, Mr. Aubrey Norton, being introduced by the U.S. ambassador here to the Secretary of State, opposition leader Aubrey Norton. And I mean, persons usually say pictures tell 1,000 words. You understand? Or U.S. ambassador here looks like she's saying, hey, this is the guy I was telling you about, And the Secretary of State is like, oh, this is Norton. Oh my goodness. So these Norton isn't gonna approach this gentleman here with anything positive or noteworthy to say. But he also met with the Secretary of State. You understand? And I think he was asking the guy here, Mr. Blinken, about, probably making him president or something. But Mr. Blinken had to explain to him, it don't work like that. You got to actually do work on the ground and be elected to government. You understand? So Mr. Norton was out there. He got his opportunity to meet with the Secretary of State, and so did our government. And just to bring you up to speed, so the government of Guyana is seeking to expand its partnership with the United States in key areas such as crime and security, as well as food and energy security. And, our president, Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali, would have reaffirmed this during the bilateral talks that happened at State House yesterday. The president emphasized that as the country forges ahead in developing its energy sector and expanding its petroleum resources, it has simultaneously intensified its commitment to accomplishing the decarbonization objectives. You understand? In line with this commitment, the president said Guyana shared its forest-related credentials with the U.S. and seeks a partnership with the North American state to promote forests and ensure its inclusion in the climate change agenda. So we see leadership coming from our president. Whilst the world is on a green path, we are still able to develop our petroleum resources and keep in line with the trajectory the world is on in terms of um, moving towards a green state or a green economy, or exploiting green energy. So you see solar panels being implemented on the roofs of a lot of these ministries to help deal with the high electricity consumption at some of these agencies. We also see the implementation of these large solar farms in outlying regions, so that those areas are not heavily dependent on these generators that use the bunker C fuel to provide power to these areas. I think there's a wind turbine initiative being looked at somewhere along the East Coast there as well. So, we see our government moving in a direction to ensure that Guyana is on par with the rest of the world and moving forward. Again, I'm going to ask you guys to please share the live. We don't have access to Kevon's account, and a lot of persons might be missing the broadcast. So if you're looking at us on Facebook, YouTube, wherever you're joining us from, share the live so that we could get the message out there in relation to what's going on. So before I continue, morning to all the regular viewers who probably came over to my account and they're here. Susan Prasad from YouTube, Tara Subrian, Netu Miraj, and Data Nandalal, Krista Kaur Prasad. Chris, share the live, bro. Morning. Share it to Vishnu and Sally Jones and Stanley Hamilton. They could wrap and come in. Dale Henry, Lola Harry. Morning to Mukesh here. Morning to Karen Carter. I coming to work. We got some work to do today, Karen. Morning. Leroy Mangal. Morning. Watching all the way from the USA. Guys, share the live so we could. I sound like Sherrod Duncan there. Oh goodness, I don't like that. Anyway, still share the live, people. We're moving on. So on a serious note, there was a fire in Perica last evening, and the origins are unknown, but I believe it was the Perica market. So I have a clip of that. I'm gonna run that so you guys could have a look see of what took place last evening at Perica.
The whole market, half of the market gases.
Wow, I didn't even realize that clip was that short. So the Perica market caught a fire, or there was a fire at the Perica market. I don't know how it started. I'm not going to assume, but persons would have lost their goods and stuff, and I'm pretty sure there are government officials heading to that area to try and bring some aid to those persons out there who would have suffered. I am thinking tremendous losses because of that fire there at the market at Perica. We know that there was a fire there just the other day as well. So I'm wondering what could be causing all these frequent fires at, sorry, not Perica, Charity. Sorry, Charity. My bad. Thank you for the correction. Right. So yes, that's a Charity market in Essequibo. There was a fire last evening. Charity market in Essequibo. So stay tuned to the news outlets for an update on what could probably be the cause once the fire personnel would have had a chance to do an investigation, today into probably what could have caused that fire there at the Carica market. However, I'd like to share this video was sent to me by a police officer at the of the Stabrook in the Stabrook area there. And it involves vendors as well. And this is one of the issues. This is one of the issues that has been plaguing Georgetown in terms of illegal vending, and it emphasizes the need for us to find some place for these vendors, right? So have a look at this, and I think this might be one of the reasons. And yes, Susan, I think they'll blame the PPP for the fire charity there as well. But this is one of the reasons I think we have these fires just popping up all over the place. Now look at this here. This is just by Demico House, the Demico House area there. And these are persons who are vending in the area there. You understand? Now, in the night, some of this stuff is moved away, but a lot of the stuff is left there. That pavement for persons walking, there's no air flowing through. The whole thing is blocked up. You understand? And this is the kind of thing City Hall needs to deal with. You understand? Finding a place to put these vendors so they could ply their trade. Pedestrians have their walkway to walk. And it's not a fire hazard. Look, if you look at this, all that old wood and pallet and tarpaulin and all that stuff there, it's a fire hazard waiting to happen. You understand? Everything is connected and touching each other, jumping from one thing to the other. I mean, look. I mean, look at it. So, Mr. Ashby, Mr. Don Singh, Miss Caesar Singh, Mr. Stephen Jacobs, Miss Patricia Chase Green, I'm calling on y'all to lobby at that level to have something done about this situation. They're covering the drains, the garbage falling into the drains. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous now. And I think we need to deal with it. So I have some other information in relation to the city council there in Georgetown. So it has come to my attention that Anthony Solomon was very upset that the PNC chose Mr. Mentor as the mayor. According to sources inside the PNC, Mr. Solomon has been in a battle with Mr. Norton and the leadership of the PNC for for him to become the mayor, but they have been pushing Mr. Mentor, as we all know, the man who was elected to be the mayor of Georgetown. As you know, Mr. Mentor would have lost his constituency at the local government elections, right? Now, never before has a mayor been elected as a member of the finance committee, right? And persons on the other side of the council, the PPP side of the council, they feel it is a conflict of interest and a disrespect to the rule of law. So, so it seems like the PNC is going to be implementing the same old tactics at the Georgetown City Council there. And we want persons to be reassured, and they can rest assured that the PPPC councillors will not allow this misconduct. So Mr. Mentor is trying to force his way on the finance committee. This has never been done by any mayor under the PNC before. As you know, it's all PNC mayors from Hamilton Green. I don't really know those before him, but Hamilton Green, Miss Patricia Chase Green at the time, and then we had Rubraj Rurine The worries of a mayor who did literally nothing for the place. The mayor who didn't live in the city. The mayor who had oil on his hands. The mayor with 50 bodyguards. The mayor who had money to fix his own city hall building. The mayor who gave out a contract to do a new city hall building and then had money to pay the contractor. The mayor who pulled in gun on he father-in-law. The mayor who turned over the car at Middle and what price was he back street in the state house there? Carmichael? Yeah, Middle and Carmichael. Topple it. That mayor. That PNC mayor. Right? So please, residents of Georgetown, be assured that your PVPC councillors will not allow this kind of lawlessness to continue at City Hall. They are great in number, and I know that especially people like Dancing and Adwin, definitely, especially those two, will not allow this nonsense to fly. I'm telling you guys, I know them personally, and they don't stick up for nonsense. And I'm confident that they're going to be able to sort this situation out. Again, if you're just joining us, please share the live so we could get the message out there in relation to what's going on in and around Guyana. So we're heading from the Georgetown Town Council, and we're heading to Madia. So I want to, as you guys would know, the PDP would have made a significant increase in Madia. And, this whole situation about people coming from or changing from red or from green to red is a serious thing, causing a lot of heartache and vexation in the place. So the councillors at Madia were supposed to be sworn in yesterday, or they were sworn in yesterday. But we had some disruptive PNC people in the place. And remember, folks, you saw it here first. So let's have a quick look at what took place at the Madia Town Council meeting yesterday.
This thing not going on. Cool out. I said shit. I said everything.
So apparently, like Akita switch and like it hurting them by Akita like she come over to the Akita come over to the red and like it hurting them. You understand me? So that was in Madia there. Persons seem to be very upset that Akita, whoever she may be, would have seen the light and came over to the other side. Let's have another quick look. You hear what the man saying? You're my sister, but this thing got go on. You understand me? It gotta go on. Development must continue. We not taking hold back for nobody. You understand me? And that is the kind of blind loyalty the PNC does expect from people. You must not do anything for them. You must leave them out in the wilderness with nothing to show. And they must stick with you no matter what. You understand me? They must stick with you no matter what. And the funny thing about it is, you hear the behavior. Call the police, you understand? That's the kind of thing they're going on with. That is the kind of thing they're going on with, right? That is the kind of thing they're going on with. They don't respect election results. They don't respect court decisions. And I'm gonna touch on another thing too, because this protest nonsense continuing. And a man out there yesterday talking about let the issue go to court and let the court decide. How many times the court has decided on issues and the PNC feel that there's not an issue, or the PNC decides they don't like the outcome that the court has given, and they decide to protest anyway. So what going to court gonna solve? They don't listen. They don't listen. Look at this behavior in Madia here. After the election was conducted and certified. Look at the behavior in Madia here. Call the police. You understand me? Who can't do nothing? That is their resort. Physical violence. You can't sit down and hash out a problem. You can't sit down and agree to disagree. Everybody must fight, cuss down and kick down and broke.
This thing not going on. Cool out. I said shit. I said everything.
So, and the guy sitting down there with the ball head and the bottle talking about bloodshed and all that nonsense. You see the resort, the what they resort to when they can't get the way. Imagine they lose the election. You understand me? They lose the election. Lost Madia, neglected Madia, lost it. No. Morning, Kevin George. Good policeman that. Yeah, so lost the election and the reckless behavior they're going on within the place. Look at them. Look at them. You understand me? Look at them. And the same nonsense they're trying in Georgetown again. Same nonsense they're trying in Georgetown again. Same nonsense they're trying in Georgetown. Trying to get the mayor on the finance committee. Unheard of. Unheard of. What is the mayor doing there? What is the mayor doing there? As deputy mayor, the city hall was in the finances were horrible. Now you as mayor, you want to go on the finance committee to do what? To do what? That's what they're trying to find out. What you're going there to do? What's your purpose? You understand me? What is your purpose? Somebody here is reminding me. Anyway, we're not gonna touch on that right now. We're moving on. So that was the scene in Madia yesterday. Apparently Akita switched sides and they couldn't take it. They want to fight and cuss down and break up the place. I'm gonna upload the video to my Facebook page so you guys could view, download, share, and as you like. But I just like persons to understand like who we're dealing with. You understand me? Who you're really dealing with. So yesterday, also the vice president had an interview, and he spoke on a lot of topics. One that I wanted to touch on this morning. There was a report or an article, I think a letter by a Janet Bulkan. So the vice president would have responded and asked that persons do not be misled by those attempting to stymie Amerindian development. And I wanted to touch on this because, the PNC continues to preach about racists and the PVP is racist and they don't like black people, they don't like Amerindian people, and the this and the that and the that. But where can you find clips of PPP supporters, activists, parliamentarians, cabinet members, senior executives, whoever, berating a race that is not their own, because they're Black Indian, Amerindian persons that I'm speaking about in the PPP. Just the other day, I played a clip here of Walter Lawrence referring to somebody as a buck. I played a clip here of PNC, known PNC supporters asking, would them calling Amerindians bucks again? Would them using the word buck? What it is do for the country, and why the PNC would support them or do anything in their communities? You understand? You see the racism coming out of this party, the PNC. And they continue to try to mislead persons. And their agents try to mislead persons about the PPP being a racist party. Right? So Vice President Jack Dew disclosed that 160 Amerindian villages have submitted their sustainability plan to government, which will allow them to access the monies earned from the sale of Guyana's carbon credits. You understand? This is him addressing this Guyanese environmentalist. I got Paul again, people. Let's hear what Paul got to say this morning. What's going on, Paul? Yes, brother.
I got a question for you.
Sure.
You think Black people are racist?
If I think Black people are racist?
Correct.
But that's a trick question, Paul. You trying to set me up, buddy?
Can't be a trick question. I live in a country where people who got a lot of racist people.
I think that they are racist.
Right? And I ask you if Black people are racist.
I think they are racist in every race. So that would include Black people as well.
Each race are more racist than white people than other races. It's a good question to ask him.
Paul.
You see, let me tell you now. You know the amount of discrimination we go in this country. Let me tell you, I work for the white people. I'm going to be quick to this morning.
Mm-hmm.
I work for white folks. When I got a job, I was the only Black guy in the job.
Mm-hmm.
And the white people was at my throat. And I hit them with diplomacy. I didn't with them with hate. I didn't call them racist. I allowed them to beat us. And they come around, and they end up being my best friends today.
Right.
You understand? Black people are racist. We don't hold a grudge for long. We hate each other. That's what we hate. We hate our own race. Yeah. We hate our stuff. You understand what I'm saying? We show more love to other people and people show it to us. You agree with me?
I agree partially with you, because I think that there, especially in the 2015-2020 period, the predominantly Afro-Guyanese government did not look out for Afro-Guyanese as much as I think they could have. So
exactly what I was saying to you, Courdel, that we treat other people better than we treat our own. That's exactly.
But Paul,
so you see what I tell you?
I'd like to put to you now that under this current government, there are more Afro-Guyanese contractors, there are more Afro-Guyanese small businesses, and there are more Afro-Guyanese in receipt of house lots when you compare the same period under the previous administration.
Well, listen to me. I ain't really want to get into the whole thing because some people keep missing the point.
Okay.
If you have more access to money, you could call the shots. You could do what you want to do. When you got less money, I mean, Grace could go and borrow all the money they could borrow. But who said we would get the amount of oil we have today? Who said we would discover it and then the country would end up in debt? It didn't mean that this government can't go wrong with all this money going around, all this borrowing. They could go wrong too if it's bad management. I'm not hoping for that to happen because I'm looking to get a cut of that pie. You understand what I'm saying, bro?
When you coming home, brother?
I'm looking to get a cut of that pie because it's mine as well.
When are you coming home?
Huh?
When are you coming home? I think you said you drive trucks over there or something.
No, I don't drive no truck. I do businessman. I own a lot of properties in this country.
So you left.
That's what I'm
So you left Guyana. Well, okay. You had a right. It's your choice if you want to go and make better for yourself. Now that you are successful, why not come home here and get into the oil and gas, get your ISO certification and contribute to the local content here, man? The government has put so many systems in place for migrants.
Yeah, I was in Ghana the other day. When I come here, I'll come to you.
Please.
And you're going to channel me to the right place.
Please. My number is 671-6228.
Get nothing because I ain't doing that shit.
What? Hold on. You don't want me to do what?
I don't want you to tell me for China party before I get
Never the day.
PPP, nothing I want.
Never the day.
I want to be a Chinese.
Paul, did you see the live I did at Lane Avenue?
Well, I ain't here to watch everything.
I understand. But allow me to explain to you. Lane Avenue, that area, did not support the PPP at the local government elections. Right? They did not. The PNC won that area. Yet, those same candidates who vied and lost in that area were back there working with those people. You understand me? So, none of those people didn't get asked about a party card or joining the party. It's about development. And the vice president would have said, although they didn't vote for the PPP, they're Guyanese, and the responsibility falls to cover all Guyanese, even you overseas, Paul. That's why I'm encouraging you to come back, man. Don't.
I come in. But
I hope so.
I don't like when it sounds like it's a favor the government doing. The government got to do for the people whether they vote or they vote.
How?
You want a Democrat in power and got Republican area and say because the Republican they vote for them, they ain't got that. You mad, this country will turn upside down, bro. Upside down.
But that's what, Paul. If to be fair, Paul.
They gotta do everything.
But to be fair, Paul, to be fair, Paul, do you see? I agree.
Thank you.
Good. Now I'm asking you, do you see the opposition reaching out to non-traditional areas to them?
The opposition can't do nothing. They have no money. They don't own the public purse. What can they do? All they can do is...
So what have they been doing them blank checks, Paul? What are they doing with the blank checks?
For blank checks, you keep,
Paul.
I heard the mayor say something yesterday. The mayor talked publicly that they've been starved of resources, which is true. It's been a long, ongoing nonsense. And they got to stop it. He's begging for everybody to work together.
Paul,
you understand?
Please.
Another part, I sent you a message yesterday. When Jack Dio had said the people sell out all the land, and then there's a process to sell land. So how come you don't know that? That the people never sell no land? And there was a process. The same thing with the amnesty, it's a process. Well, local government, local government ministry got to handle that part. That'll be part of it.
So Paul, with those points that you just made, Paul,
and then expect people to believe you and to work with you.
Paul, with the points that you just made, what did they do with the amnesty money that they collected by writing off the debts of these businesses that might have owed a lot of tax? Wait, Paul, wait, my brother, I listen to you. I listen to you, Paul.
Hold a second. The mayor called the auditor general 40,000 times to come in. He said it publicly, called them to do the audit, and the place that they wouldn't come. He tell Jah when Jah do ask you audit, he said, look, come here, come and deal with this thing. Nobody's showing up to do it. Why? But they keep saying that's misusing fund. You can't do that.
Paul.
Man, be honest, man. Come on, listen.
Paul, I am being honest because, Paul, I'm telling you, I am here on the ground. And I think you are being misled, Paul.
But I keep saying that to you, Courdel. You can't just follow good all the time. And then you want to stamp with the other people. It's your own people you stamp with that. At the end of the day, we're all Guyanese. We're all Guyanese.
Paul, you're not listening, you know. You're not allowing me to respond. You're not allowing me to respond.
Well, go ahead, Courdel. You go ahead.
Paul, you spoke about three things there: an amnesty, the amnesty and okay, so you said they're being starved of the resources. There was an amnesty, Paul. The amnesty would have allowed the businesses in the city who would have owed a lot of taxes to pay a lesser amount. What was done with that money, Paul? There are taxes being collected for the municipality of Georgetown. Rates and taxes are collected. What is being done with the money, Paul? There are taxes being collected, Paul. There are fees. No, we ain't taking an opinion, Paul. There are fees being collected for vendors who are legal at the markets at Border, Stabrook, the West Rumvelt, and Rumvelt Market and Le Penitence Market. Where is the money going for that, Paul? Have you seen the condition of those markets, Paul? You see the condition of the wharf at the back there? There is records, Paul, of the local government ministry. No, wait. I'm gonna listen to you. You're gonna get to talk. There are records of the local government ministry giving subventions to City Council. There are records of that. What are they doing with the money?
How much money? You're not. This is the problem we're having. We're having this problem because we're not. You can't give a man $1 to do a $10 job. It's impossible. Courdel, it's impossible.
Sir, you have to manage your money.
Or the city collecting the same bread for the collect 40,000 with the cost to live.
Paul, is your salary sufficient for you? When you first went to America, was your salary sufficient for you? When you first came to America, I'm not talking now, what you established and you got money. When you first came to America, was your salary sufficient for you to survive on? Let's be honest. Nor yes. Was it sufficient? Was it sufficient? That 1 week salary, was it sufficient? Okay, good. Wait, Paul. Wait. This is my last point, and then I gotta let you go. So if your salary is not sufficient, if your allotment for a month is not sufficient, you got to budget yourself, Paul. You got to prioritize what you're spending on and how you're making the money have work for you. Come on, Paul. It's about management, and it was poor management by the PNC in City Hall for 57 years, sir. Come on, man.
So you calling Guyanese people in the general incompetent? That's what you're saying, bottom line. That only one set of Guyanese could, the foreign Guyanese, which is the PPP, because the only people could run Guyana.
When I said that, Paul,
saying, bottom line.
When I said that.
No, I wanted to know if you were saying that.
I know, I did not say that. No.
People could run Guyana.
No.
Well, something is wrong with us.
No. Anyway, Paul, thank you for coming through this morning and sharing your.
I know you don't know me, but I saw you before.
Really?
I'm coming to touch your shoulder.
All right, buddy. Come friendly, Paul. Come friendly. We good. Come friendly. We good. I'm gonna help you get yourself set up. Man, is opportunity for all in Guyana right now, Paul. Have a good day. Yeah, so that's Paul, a good guy. A good guy. I see in the comments here, this Michaela, Malaika. I think she's the one who. I think this is Harmon niece. This lady here in the comments. Anybody know her? Yeah, I think this is Harmon niece or something, man. She's behaved terrible on Facebook for them. Anyway, we're moving on. So I was talking about the vice president encouraging indigenous people not to be misled by persons like Miss Janet Bulkan, who would want to make persons believe that the government does not have the interests of the indigenous people at heart. So Ms. Bulkan was claiming that the sale of the carbon credit was conducted without explicit consent of the Amerindian villages and therefore fraudulent, which is completely false. The vice president would have clarified that a significant portion of the proceeds from the sale of the carbon credits will go towards Amerindian communities, and that this comes following the consent of village councils. For these villages, for these village council development plans to be forwarded to the government, these leaders, the two shows in these communities, are required to consult with residents in the respective communities to arrive at a consensus. It was added by the vice president that the sale of these carbon credits provide multiple additional avenues for indigenous communities to prosper, especially in relation to job creation, access to adequate health care, and youth development. He further recalled the failed attempts by the Amerindian People's Association to halt the distribution of the carbon credit monies through the invocation of the grievance mechanism under the Architecture for Red Transactions, ART. The action was opposed by none other than the National Crucial Council Chairman, Mr. Derek John. You understand? So again, we see PNC persons using misinformation to try to get persons to not benefit from what they deserve. So indigenous people are now benefiting. I know for sure Maracaibo got about $35 million for Maracaibo alone to do development in that community. And we know for sure that the PNC didn't have any project of that or that caliber or kind. You understand? Morning to Mr. Andre Jackman, one of the councillors. I was not councillors, councillor I should say. One of the candidates of the PPP that is still working in his community. The community that I think what's this guy's name? The councillor that in there all the time that doing nothing in there. The lights in Plum Park is Mr. Jackman, and the people put it in there. You understand me? I think I tell y'all already, but the head will leave that taller than me in the drains in there in Plum Park. But anyway, we're moving on. So, like I said, the vice president would have encouraged persons not to be misled by nonsense coming out of the PNC. So there was a shooting last evening. About 40 spent shells were recovered by the police last night. Businessman Safras Khan was shot 3 times in an exchange of gunfire in front of his Austin Street, Camberville, Georgetown home. So the businessman he's being treated at the city hospital there, and he's in stable condition. A car, PVV 8859, a white Toyota Primo, was parked in front of the yard. And the police are investigating this manner. These detectives processing the scene found 27.223 spent shells were recovered, and 13 9mm shells were recovered in Mr. Khan's car. The victim's firearm was in front of the vehicle. Bullet holes were seen in the motor car, concrete fence and veranda and garage. So I have some footage from that I'd like to share with you guys. That shooting that took place last evening. Nope, I didn't upload it. Just give me a second, folks. Sorry about that. And then we can go into this protest thing that they got going on still. I wanted to deal with that. But this is a short clip as well. So this is some clips from, this is a CCTV footage of that shooting that happened there in Campbell. God, wow. Wow. We can look again. Yeah, so that was the scene last night here in Campbellville. Wow. I could just imagine, people in the bed hearing that. Wow, wow, wow. So I hope the police are on top of things, looking into that and could find those persons involved in that shooting incident. So I'm coming to the red thread as we head to the wrap up. I see now here with the red thread. The protests, these people protesting here, continuing with the nonsense. I saw a red thread out there yesterday, and my thing with red thread, it's oh my god, listen. If you are representing on issues, representing issues. Don't cherry pick the issues, red thread. You understand? Don't cherry pick the issues. I have personally gone to red thread to get interviews on several occasions, and the person in charge is never there. You understand? They're never there. And then the people who are there, they say, well, we all are able to make decisions, but none of them could give an interview on behalf. Conrad, behave yourself before you get blocked, right? Now, not on this. So I'm not going to warn you again. Anyway, so red thread, stop cherry picking issues. This is not the first allegation of rape for you to step out and stand out and represent. So if you are a civil society group, if you're a civil society group and you're representing something, represent it wholeheartedly. Don't cherry pick and make it look like you got political motivations behind it. Stop being a GHRA, Guyana Human Rights Association. Don't be like them. I know y'all got more than 2 members, because we know GHRA, that's just 2 people in there. But come on, Red Thread, y'all can do better. I know that you guys have been doing good work in the country, but don't let the 1 and 2 political people who might be involved in your organization use you to advance their political narrative. Come on now, right? Please, let's be fair. So I saw Annette Ferguson out there yesterday. Annette, listen, that's the most action I see out of Annette in a while. I think Annette trying to lose weight for the summer. I think Annette using this protest situation to get her somebody ready. Annette, and yes, Conrad, I'm saying rape is wrong, but allegations of rape are not grounds for persons to go out there and run amok and do foolishness. And I'm also saying a point I'm going to come down to that I was going to make. We must respect the agencies that are charged with the responsibility of determining how matters are dealt with. Right? I'm going to come down and deal with that a little more. So like I said, I didn't get to show somebody ready. But she need to work on the cardio, because you're jumping around there, and when it's time to do the interview, you could barely talk. And I think it's not a good look. It's not a good look, right? And it wanted Secretary Blinken to complain on Guyana to President Biden. And I honestly think the only thing Mr. Blinken going to go back to Mr. Biden and tell him is that he met the riggers. Right? He met the Lilliputian. That's what he's going to go back to Biden and tell him. He met Aubrey, and Aubrey didn't show him the SOPs that the PNC won the 2020 election. That's what he's going to go back. He can go back and tell Joe Biden that he meet Annette, bedsheet Annette. Yeah, that's what you're gonna go back and say. So relax yourself. She went on to say that she hopes when Mr. Blinken asks the president why those people are protesting out there, he gives a proper answer. And I'm sure he did. You know what the president probably said to Mr. Blinken? Those persons there, they don't respect state agencies. Those persons there, they don't respect the rule of law. Those persons there, they don't respect court decisions. That's what he'll tell him. And you know what, Annette? He'd have a lot of reference points. He could Google things and show Mr. Blinken, look, you remember when Mr. Pompeo was here? Mr. Blinken, your predecessor, you remember when he was here? So please, anyway, now, in relation to this point here, the local system, in relation to this matter, was used. Child care and protection, DPP, police, everybody involved. You understand? These persons are trained in law. These persons are trained in law enforcement. These persons are trained in dealing with matters relating to children under age and their safety and all that stuff. So I honestly don't understand why the PNC feels that they know more than these persons who have been trained and working in these fields for years. You understand me? And trying to just paint a narrative of division and hatred and animosity towards these agencies. And my main point is here, not because you are unhappy about a situation means it is wrong. The decision was wrong, right? So let me give you an example about allowing the process to work and not being able to do anything about it because it's the process, and that's it. So when the opposition was in power and they increased the salary for ministers and members of parliament, and Mr. Harman said he had no apology to give, a lot of people were upset about it, but there was nothing that could be done about it. The process was followed, the increase was approved, and it happened. You understand? So just like the DPP, who is the person authorized to examine the law, the criminal law or whatever, and determine the charges, or if there is a necessity to institute a charge or not, does her job. How can you be upset about that? And even the lawyers from the other side who are talking on this matter, I don't trust them, because come on, we've seen them at work. We've never, thank you, soup is good. I drink soup all the time. Omadeli Dennis. I drink soup all the time. Thank you for joining the live, at least you're getting the information. Thank you. If you have some soup, you send it for me. Right? Annette spoke about the young lady not being satisfied. Now, Annette, where are you getting this information from? Do you know if it's a situation where, let's say the allegation was false, and the minister decided to say, look, don't let me go down the road of prosecuting her for making a false allegation. Let's just end this matter and move on. Do you know if that's the case? You're speaking on behalf of this young lady. You're speaking on behalf of this young lady, even more than the young lady family. Even more than the young lady family. Now, I'm making this political, Conrad, because the opposition made it political. The opposition made it political. The opposition doesn't care about this young lady or the allegation or the situation she was purported to be in or alleged she was in. They don't care about that. The opposition care about an opportunity to attack Nigel Darmland. You understand? And A lot of you talking about these dildo comments and the dildo comments. Y'all need to go and sit in parliament. Go and sit in parliament and hear some of the things that the opposition says to government. It comes both ways. It goes both ways. Sherrod Duncan is terrible in parliament with the stuff that he says. He doesn't respect females in there. You've heard the things he would have said to the female government ministers and members of parliament. Mahi Paul and them. So please, people. And my point is, at the end of the day, trouble. I saw Nicole Telford out there, former reporter from NCN, Miss Telford. Miss Telford, there were allegations against you as well. I was told by an editor at news, editor from NCN at the time when I was working there many years ago, that you, she had to come and get you out to Harmon's house. The allegation was made that you, when you found out that the former minister said allegedly didn't want you anymore, he was sitting outside the house with the firearm because he was behaving so crazy at his place. Those were allegations made against you, Nicole Telford. So this damage your property, threatening behavior, probably abusive language. We should send your matter to the DPP. Those allegations were made against you. It was alleged that you were at the Minister of State's house, running amok, blocking up and breaking down, all kind of thing. All these allegations. So, Nicole, please. And that's what's threatening me, because these people who just run out to play the holier than thou, and they're looking for justice and fairness and looking out for the indigenous people, when literally y'all party just abuse the indigenous people. Y'all remember when them results that come out, I think it was for region 8 or 9, how they go on them Amerindian people, how they abuse them, all the stuff they say about them. Please, if you don't, you check it back. You understand? And that's a good thing about social media and YouTube and that kind of thing. Now, I come into this, I spoke earlier about a gentleman who was suggesting that this damn matter should have gone to the court and that the court decide and that kind of thing. The DPP decides how the matter moves forward before it goes to the court, when it has relevance. Not to waste the DPP's role is to not waste the court's time on a matter that it ain't making sense in law. And some of you have such a limited understanding of things. You're trying to wrap your head around a legal matter. I can't fathom how you're gonna do it. So there was a guy commenting on Sherrod Duncan's live, about letting the matter go to court and that kind of nonsense, right? Now I am saying the PNC, APNU, AFC, WPA, when they disrespect a court decision, y'all tell me one time where a matter go to court and they respect the court decision. Jordan matter went to court and he get pardoned by the president, right? They take the elections matter to court, try to stop it, all kind of thing. The court make a decision. So the court make a decision. They go to the appeal court. The appeal court make a decision. They go to the CCJ. The CCJ make a decision. You hear the PVP paying the CCJ. Justice George make a decision. You hear she's a soup drinker. She in bed with the PVP. So what the court gonna do? What the court gonna do? What the court gonna prove to these people on the PNC side? They don't respect. They don't care. They don't care what the court said. They don't care what the court said. The person who decides whether the charge should go forward or not gave their advice. You understand me? You're not respecting that. So I don't know. I don't know what more these people want the PVP, the government. I don't know more they want them to do. There was a guy who said the PVP ill-treating everybody. Man, look, sir. The PNC ill-treated you. You understand? And my last point before I go, they talk about this Jumbie board. You see how y'all get Jumbie board to go and protest by? You see how y'all get nice roundabout to go and stand up in the middle and protest and go on and let it work on your cardio? The same Jumbie board that y'all in build. The same Jumbie board. That area was bush. You know, that area was bush. So you know, look, folks, it's time for me to go. It's a little after 8:30. I'd like to thank y'all for joining me this morning. For all the persons who tuned in, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sharing the live. And let's continue to, whether you're Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Baha'i, Buddha, whatever you are, please continue to keep this government in your prayers, so they can continue to keep doing the work they're doing. And just like the army there in the comments, Sally Jones, Marisha Sami, continue to defend your government. Continue to defend the work of your government. You understand? Because these people had a chance, and they showed us what they could do. They showed us what to expect when the PNC in control. And no matter what they do, this government it's impossible for them to fail. Impossible for them to fail. You understand? Imagine 3.5 years. Look at the projects executed and finished. Look at the projects executed and finished. Conrad August couldn't go to Patterson and tell him about the bangles that was bought for him with the government money and talking about criminal. Conrad August couldn't go to Annette's house and ask her how she get a house to build. Conrad August couldn't go to Raphael Trotman and call him a rapist or Carl Parker or Miss Danella Johnson. They couldn't go to those people and talk to them. But we'll allow you. You know what projects, Conrad? The 4-lane that connecting Mandela and Eccles. The hotels and the stadium that being built at Palmyra there, and the hospital, the 12 hospitals that are on the cards, already construction started. The stadium that your government couldn't finish, Conrad, and Danelle in Linden, that this government will finish. And that you had people lying about, just like the rapists in Bartik, Mr. Clifford Moses, Danilo. Remember him. And just like the person who had allegations against them in town here, Mr. Hardin, who your PNC people voted for. Who Walter Lawrence said his matter is an internal matter. That poor little child that made the allegation against him. So y'all could come here in the comments and talk all you want. I got stuff to rebut you with, sir. So it's only now you know about allegations of rape. It's only now you get a voice call. You went and buy some Strepsil yesterday and get back your voice, Conrad and Danilo. It's the little Strepsil you get. You understand? It's a little Strepsil you get to find your voice. Y'all don't know about... Anyway, to my viewers, you are too, Conrad. You're supporting Raphael, you're supporting Clifford Moses, you're supporting Carl Parker, and you're supporting Mr. Hardin. Right? Right? Typical PNC supporter. Typical PNC support. Same old PNC. Same old PNC. Same old PNC. You understand? Anyway, it was nice being here with you guys. Do join us on Monday for another episode of The Rap.
This is Quincy Anderson. You know I love my country. there's no other country better than mine. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil too. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Hey, hey, Guyana is nice, Guyana is fun, Guyana is clean, Guyana is green, Guyana got oil, Guyana got gold, Guyana got young and Guyana got old. I ain't talking no more. Guyana got things, we growing wings and developing things. The government real and that's a big deal. I'm singing from my heart, Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home.